That was our first duff.
Yeah, but normally it comes at the end of the dramatic.
I'm
it's
taking
not
it.
at the beginning.
I am taking it. It was there. It worked. Love that.
Right, they've come up west for the day. All the Walford gossip from the cast of EastEnders in just a moment.
The Loose Women are here in around 10 minutes. Let's see what's happening.
Very best of luck. There's been a shock exit, a terrifying plot to take over the square, heartbreaking affair, deathly fall from the top of the Queen Vic, and a family torn apart by lying and cheating. And that's just Max Branning.
Yes, it's been another busy year for Walford's Cockney Massive. But before we speak to the cast, let's take a look at a year of good old East End drama.
I'm gonna drag you all down. One by one.
He's poisoned.
Get that bill! Brat! That thing in your stomach and get out of here!
All right. Karen Taylor, just moved in. Nice to be back.
Blimey, has someone died?
I'm going to be the best worker you've ever employed.
Stay here! You're filthy! Shut up, you old tar!
Get back in your van and go, Keegan!
The sisters!
Oh, you come here! You think I'm gonna follow you down a dead end?
Dad, please don't do this.
They want me to switch off the machine.
Wow, some of the cast are here now alongside Sharon Marshall.
Some
Tamika,
get a bit
behave
much.
yourself. You guys are on fire at the moment. It really is just, it is amazing. We'll start with, I mean, last night was very
we've got to start
emotional.
there.
We just saw that on the screen there, the very last scene. Oh, I'm sorry, but so lovely Shaheen is next to me. First of all, I've got to say, do like the new hair.
Thank
lovely
you.
New look.
I was
I
telling Phil,
love it.
You know,
I'm loving it.
he did it for me this morning.
Yeah.
Yours is
Absolutely.
But we had last night, we were just touching on the agreement. This is exactly the sort of storyline that EastEnders should be doing. Really tragic end for you, of course. This is going to be the scenes we saw him get stabbed last night. How did you first find out you were doing the storyline? How did it happen?
So I think it was a couple of months ago, actually. John York, who's our exec producer at the moment, he called me in and he told me about the idea that he had. And I think the first thing that was going through my mind was just responsibility that we held with this, because obviously it's such a huge issue.
And did you work with Brooke Kinsella? Because I know she
Yes.
worked with the soap, didn't she?
So Brooke and the Ben Kinsella Trust have been
Yeah.
working so closely with our team of writers and researchers on just kind of making sure that we get the details right with this, because you see the news on the story of like people getting stabbed, but you don't really see the ramifications that it has afterwards and for all the families and stuff like that. So yeah, we work really good with them.
And so, what's it going to be like to leave?
I mean, it's going to be weird. I've been there for 2 years now, and obviously I've made so many incredible friends and memories, but I think with anything, it's like all good things come to an end, and it's the nature of these kinds of shows. The characters come and go, and I feel so blessed to be able to leave with such an incredible storyline that means so much.
We'll miss you, Shaheen.
Thank you.
I know. It must be horrible when
Can
somebody
we say a little bit about, so it's this week we see you go, I
Yes.
believe Friday.
Friday will kind of be the end for Shaquille. I think tonight's episode, you kind of see him wandering around trying to get help, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. But I think, yeah, you really get to see the gory details of kind of how serious this issue is, which is so important at the minute, I think.
And this is all about the Taylors as well, because Keegan was in this, and we've got Lorraine with us as well. Of course, Karen Taylor, the mum of the family. I mean, were these really tough scenes to film?
Yeah, they were tough, but, you know, we're actors and we're playing that situation, you know. Mothers are going through this every day. I can't imagine what it feels like. But so, yeah, it was difficult. It was really difficult.
And Lorraine, what's funny about you is that you're up for Best Newcomer, and yet this wasn't your first role on EastEnders, was
I
it?
played Thelma, a different character, sort of all dolled up, busty barmaid, I think about a year before that.
Was it only a year?
Yes.
Did lots of because I mean, EastEnders fans are sort of diehard, really. Did they recognise you from that?
They did at first, but then I think they forgot.
Very quickly.
Well, you're looking...
We'll do it like this as well, in your honour. I do think we should all have a brass
Oh, yeah,
in real life. It's a sure idea
My
to do
bra
this.
straps always come down, so when they did, for the character, I just left it down.
Yeah.
Well, your
good
look is very different to her look,
My look
isn't
is
it?
completely different, yeah.
How long does it take to get into her?
About a minute.
Makeup
I wear no makeup at all, not face, nothing, and then I just get my bun checked. in makeup.
I love
that's
it.
you,
But,
Dan.
but
Yeah.
B-U-N.
Jake does that. He says,
Not my bum.
I love this. So the new Taylor family, one of my favourite new Taylor families coming. Of course, Danny, you're part of the Taylor family as Keanu. Now, are we going to find out a bit more about his dad? Because we've seen that his dad's in prison. Is that going to come back?
Yeah, there's a lot still to, I guess, discover about the Taylor family. And Keanu's dad is definitely one of them. Keanu doesn't know much about his dad. He's sort of had to grow up and fend for himself, really, and be the man of the house. So we will obviously, hopefully, at some point get to discover who the dad is.
This must be a big change from doing Benidorm. I mean, this is safely see it.
Just a little bit.
Grittier.
Yeah, less pina coladas.
Less pina coladas.
And you're with Steve McFadden as well.
Yeah, Steve McFadden is great. Working with Steve is, of all the people I've worked with, Steve is great. I watch him and I learn so much from working with him. He's great.
Yeah.
So he gives you lots of tips. Easy.
It's great.
And what about romance as well? Because we saw you with Ingrid, but Ingrid's obviously gone. I mean, who's next on the square? Don't know where to look.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? I mean, there's so many beautiful women on the show. So. Could be me and Tamik. You never know.
I think we have to come to Jake.
Yes,
6
we do. What a year.
nominations.
Wow.
Not bad, not bad. Let's have a look. So it's Villain of the Year, Best Male Dramatic Performance, Best Storyline, Best Single Episode, Best On-Screen Partnership, and Best Scene.
That's incredible,
And
actually.
it's such a
Embarrassing if I
roster.
don't win.
It will be. It's nice to have the
That's what I said to my
pressure.
wife. Yeah, it's going to be really embarrassing.
Mate, you know who to talk
No,
to.
it's great. It's really. No, I'm honoured to be nominated in 6 categories. Is amazing. So yeah, it's been a good year for Max, I think.
Well, it's been his year of karma, hasn't it? Where everything
has,
comes back. I mean, are we going to see a different side to him, a less of a dark side, or what's going to happen?
Yeah, I think that over the next, for the sort of foreseeable future, there's a different storyline, something a bit different for Max. So as we've seen, Max is married to Rainey, his ex-sister-in-law, that we know is sort of ex-crack addict. Historically, they hate each other, and they're doing that to get custody of baby Abby.
Has he got allies?
On the square,
Yeah.
not many. I mean, I think
Not
they're
many.
living. Jack, I think Jack is probably the only one. His brother, yeah. But he's trying to worm his way back in.
It's bad, isn't it? Because, I mean, he has been rotten, and yet people still really got a soft spot
Yeah, it's
for
funny.
him.
The worse he gets on screen, the more love I get off of it. So it's. I think he's just one of those characters that, I think the badder he gets, the more people seem to enjoy it. I mean, I never see Max in that sense. I don't think he's really. I never thought over the last year that he was irredeemable, that he couldn't be brought back. He's never crossed that line. I think he's genuinely sort of a troubled soul, and he always tries to do the wrong thing. He always goes the wrong way about it. So.
Yeah.
And Tamika, Kim Fox-Hubbard, and so I suppose first question's got to be: do we find out what happened to Vincent?
Do we?
Driven off in the back of a car at gunpoint.
I know, and he didn't even say goodbye.
No.
He didn't put out the bins. So, she's on a mission. She's on a mission.
Do we find out what happened to him?
Well, you've got to keep watching. You know that.
You're not going to tell us.
I wanted to join the whole journey with me. That's the thing. But she's been a detective. She's not giving up on her man.
No. And also, for you as an actress, I mean, you're a very funny lady, and we used to sort of seeing you doing lots of comedy, but are we going to sort of see her now because of what she's gone through? It's nice to see a bit of a deeper side to her, really.
Yes, it is. And it's lovely to play as well, because I think, people think, but what actually happens when bad times hit?
Yeah.
So you're going to see the lioness of her come out, and she's surprisingly quite strong.
Yeah.
Quite resilient. So you're going to see her not take it down, and she's going to,
You guys are.
Thank you for coming.
Good
luck.
Good
luck.
Love you. Good luck. Good luck on the night.
Board,
See you Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All 5
Saturday.
soaps. That's EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, Hollyoaks, and Doctors are up for gongs on the 2nd of June at the Hackney Empire in London.
Voting for the British Soap Awards is now open. Head to the website britishsoapawards.tv. On tomorrow's show, from Meghan Markle's glowing